Hello, everybody. My last article was censored on Facebook, and it's still being censored. Um, the article I published last night was about the arrest of American journalist Jeremy Loffredo. Here it is. I'll just read through this for you. Facebook is removing my article on Israel's arrest of American journalist Jeremy Loffredo. An ORF report reader shared a screenshot with me showing that when he posted my last article on Israel's arrest of American journalist Jeremy Loffredo, Facebook removed it. I tried posting the article to Facebook to see for myself if it was removed from both my Facebook and it was removed from both my Facebook profile and Facebook page. Please test it out and see for yourself. Guys, let me know what happens. So yeah, I shared on Twitter. Let's see, will this open? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't open. All right, I'll just read through this. So, and I've just documented a bunch of screenshots. People are sending them to me through X. I have an X thread going where I asked for people to test it and send screenshots. And as you can see, many people have sent screenshots. Here you go. Peter something verified X account. James Matthews. Another one. Jay Kaufman. Some internationally, of course. It's the Facebook's removing it across the whole world. That's incredible. There you go. Leighton Woodhouse. He's got a good Substack. So yeah, this is really happening. I was going to say I can't believe it, but at this point, yes, I can, unfortunately. All right. So what was the article about? Let's take a look-see. All right. So Gray Zone journalist. This is the article that's being censored. But but guys, please confirm that it's still being the case. Last I checked was like an hour ago. Okay, Gray Zone journalist arrested and accused of, quote, aiding the enemy for reporting the same information as PBS. Today, Israeli news site Ynet News reported, quote, charges against American investigative journalist Jeremy Loffredo for, quote, aiding the enemy after defying Israel's ban on reporting missile strike locations. Now, how wild is that they banned reporting on missile strike locations? Okay. And I have now PBS's Nick Schifrin also defied the ban and reported the same information about the same missile strike from the same site as Loffredo, who reports for the Gray Zone. They both reported the strike to be approximately 1,000 feet from Mossad HQ in Tel Aviv. Now, here's the thing: is I guess the rationale is it's certainly not national security, because obviously Iran can see, hell, they could just use freaking Google Maps to see where the location, I believe that's what Jeremy used to just in his video, as you'll see, to show you, to show viewers the exact location. But why would Israel censor this, have this official censor on these missile strike locations? Well, I mean, presumably it's because there are locations that the missiles hit nearby, which are nearby Israeli intelligence and Israeli military sites. So that would contradict, the Israel's preferred narrative that Iran is just targeting innocent civilians. All right, so here's Now there is some good news. He was released today, but they still have his phone, which they basically stole, and they hacked into it. They broke into it somehow, cracked the code, and so while he's released, he's being barred from leaving the country temporarily. They say, as they comb through his phone, which police say they still believe they can link him to the crime of reporting truthful information, because that's all it looks like. And as I said, truthful information that PBS reported prior to Loffredo. So it was already out. And PBS reported it after the ban as well. Here's the video.
This is the impact site for one of those Iranian ballistic missiles. And if you see the size of this crater, that's about 30 feet deep and maybe 50 feet wide. You can see all the debris around here. And to give you a sense of the targets for these strikes, that white building back there, about 1,500 feet behind me, is the headquarters of the spy agency, the Mossad.
That's the Mossad headquarters.
The missile had hit less than 1,000 feet from Mossad headquarters. This information is missing from all Israeli media reports due to the fact it's been officially censored. Right here are the censored coordinates. Given the proximity to what is considered one of the world's most advanced intelligence agencies, it seemed clear that Israel was taking extra precautions to conceal the exact impact location. As we left the area, an unsettling incident occurred. Our cell phones lost GPS functionality, maps went blank, and then both devices, mine and my taxi driver's, suddenly showed we were at Amman's airport in Jordan, over 120 miles west.
So there you have it, guys. And continuing to read from the censored article that I wrote last night that's being removed by Facebook. Unless there's more to this story, the argument that Loffredo was, quote, aiding the enemy is empty. Loffredo included a map with the coordinates of the missile strike, but that isn't information Iran wouldn't already have. Moreover, anybody could find the exact coordinates with Google Maps, especially after the on-the-ground reports like Schifrin's. And Loffredo's attorney in Israel says that Israeli media also reported the locations, despite the ban. Although Schifrin's report was before Loffredo's, it was after the Israeli government banned reporting on missile impact locations. Therefore, the PBS journalist committed the same, quote, crime of reporting true information that embarrasses the Israeli government, but Israel has issued no charges against PBS's Schifrin. And then the article I wrote yesterday, it says he remains in custody, but I have updated that because luckily, seems like good news so far that Loffredo was released from Israeli detention, but still temporarily barred from leaving the country. All right, I just wanted to document this censorship. I would appreciate it if you guys checked and see if it's still being censored on Facebook. It says, let's see. Let's read this. Can we? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the message, the reason that it gives me is that it's goes against the community standards, and it says it's spam. But how is this spam? So look, this is just, this is the message I don't know if everyone gets the same message, but here's one that people have gotten. So Sultana is told that Sultana, you tried to get likes, follows, shares, or video views in a misleading way. But all she did was post the link. I mean, where it just doesn't make any sense. Theoretically, if somebody did some kind of spammy thing, like, shouldn't that just get, or they just be banned? It's so strange. And like I said, I hadn't even posted it on Facebook because I pretty much quit Facebook. I rarely use it, but I hold on to it because of instances like this, so I can verify it when people send me stuff like, "Oh, your article or your video is being censored on Facebook." I can go and verify it, and I was able to verify this. Unbelievable. This message kind of is slightly dystopian. So I asked how do we make this decision? I asked, how do you make this decision? I clicked. It goes, our technology found your content doesn't follow our community standards. As a result, our technology took action. Well, that's great. That's great that Facebook's really taking a responsibility. In that, no responsibility at all. I'm just saying it's their technology that's doing everything. And of course, and it says, we use the same rules. Wait, why can't you see? Oh, fuck. I'm looking at a different window. I wanted to. Let's see which one. Okay, so that just bounces into the next one. Hold on. Still a noob to the live stream thing. There you go. Okay, so here's this is the previous screenshot I was referring to, where it accuses Sultana of sharing this in a misleading way when she just shared the link. And here, yes, so many screenshots. And that's the foreign one. And that message about Facebook technology. Our technology found your content doesn't follow our community standards. As a result, our technology took action. Content. So it's even the original message, it doesn't sound like it's about this doesn't make nothing about this makes sense. It's all total bullshit. Because if it was spam, like I said, that doesn't make sense from the start. Because if somebody spammed, that you would just block that person. You don't block the article. And it's weird because even to be clear, it is just this article. It is not the other articles, my other Substack articles. I haven't tested all of them. I just tested Sharp as the Tack, Biden Sharp as a Tack story, and that still goes through. Has anybody tried this yet? Tried posting this on Facebook yet? Because I want to know if I just want to confirm that it's still happening as we speak. So yeah, freaking wild. Again, if spam is the reason, and it makes no sense. Now this saying, they say they made the decision because of the content. What does the content have to, those are two different things. The content itself and how and how it's being shared. And again, I can't, literally every screenshot after screenshot, there's nothing misleading about how it's being shared. Everybody's just posting it one time, and there's nothing misleading about sharing a single article on Facebook, and it tells them it's spam and removes it almost immediately. There's a slight delay, and then you'll see it removed, and if it's continuing to do so, I don't know, within 5 minutes. Should we do a live test? I don't know if I want to bore you guys with that. Let's see. But I do All right. I don't want to go on Facebook again, but yeah, please test it out for yourself, guys. I shared the link, and please feel free to share that. The video within the article that's being censored, comparing the PBS the PBS report to the Jeremy Loffredo's report for the Gray Zone. You can see the full report by Jeremy Loffredo on the Gray Zone's YouTube or Twitter, X, and see that it's just a good objective report. Yeah. All right. And regardless of how you feel about this, Israel, I know it's a testy topic. This is ridiculous. This is, I know Israel doesn't have no First Amendment, but my God, as people have pointed out, if you'd think for the billions and billions and billions of dollars that we're giving Israel every year, you'd think maybe that they'd at least not arrest our journalists, at least not arrest our American journalists. But hey, all right, so that's that. Thank you all. Oh, I'll read some super chats. What? Make Israel Syria again. Hopefully none of these aloud get me censored on YouTube now, but here we go. Sparky says, make Israel Syria. Oh God. In those Ottoman Empire days, Levant Jews got along fine with their neighbors, whether Muslim, Christian, or otherwise. Well, yes, that it is true that Palestinians and Israelis got along peacefully for a long time in those Ottoman Empire days. But oh well. And apparently, even in Iran, Muslims and Jews seem to get along. But yes, that is a different thing from the states of Israel and Iran. Jesus Christ. Okay. But yeah, watch, but as far as that make Israel Syria again comment, you're trying to get me banned, aren't you? Okay. Any other, see what else? Okay, that's funny. Yeah, just how so Sparky says every time someone says Israel is our only friend in the Middle East, I can't help but think before Israel we had no enemies in the Middle East. That's a quote by U.S. missionary John Sheehan. Yeah. I mean, and every time someone says Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East, like what the hell does that even mean? I guess, we used to equate democracy with, some basic human freedoms like freedom of the press. But now Loffredo, and he was arrested with many other journalists, or detained. I think they arrested one other of the four, but he's the one that they kept for days, and where there was this talk of charges of aiding the enemy. And like I said, the Israeli police have been quoted as saying they still believe that they'll find something in his phone to link him to a crime. Good Lord. To reduce, I don't understand that, Sparky. Hold on. Sent ships to, oh, interesting. All right. That is an interesting fun fact that I had not heard. Sparky says in 1492, the Ottoman Empire sent ships to rescue Jews from the Spanish Inquisition. Man, yeah, and of course, it was after World War I where Britain divvied up the Ottoman Empire and created Israel, which, needless to say, has caused a little drama, to say the least, for the last, I don't know, 80 years, since 1948. All right, I really appreciate the super chats, guys. Shireen something, another journalist that was killed by IDF a few years ago. I was reminded of that, not just from this, but in addition to this, there's reports that Israel shot a couple other journalists. The Shireen thing, I recommend people look into that because Israel denied that and changed their story multiple times, but ultimately admitted, yeah, okay, we did that, we shot her. Yes, Mr. Day in the Park, Facebook depresses me too. Well, the censorship is what depresses me. It's so funny because the algorithm's like set to, at least at this point, mine is like it just occasionally I used to see stuff that like real news, right? And real news can occasionally be concerning, especially if it's a real news, right? But now I go on there and it's just the dumbest staged pranks. That's all it is. And so like clearly the algorithm is designed to just like make you feel happy and with dumb, stupid content. And yet with that algorithm geared, trying to make me feel all, keep me dumb and happy with all that staged, empty content. Yeah, it's depressing because I see my own content being censored all the time, and also I have like over 100,000 followers on my Facebook page. I get no engagement at all. It's insane, and I've had that many for a long time, and I just reached 100K on X. I think like just maybe even yesterday, just this week. And I've only started using X, regularly in the last year. So that's I think that shows how much freer X is, less suppressed it is. Fingers crossed. I know there are occasional exceptions, but it's been much better for me than all the other platforms. And just the fact that I've been able to grow so much, that shows that I'm not being suppressed there like I am on these other platforms. Which I've been on like YouTube, gosh, over 10 years, 15 years at this point, maybe more. God. And still haven't gotten the reach that I've gotten on X within less than 1 year. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, gosh, you now Mr. Day in the Park, you got me a little depressed. All right, I'm gonna get back to making some more content that's gonna get censored, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.